Greetings, divine souls. I greet you in the name of our Father, Mother God, plus all the divine light being kingdom. I ask you kindly for the words that you're going to listen to in this session, in case they don't resonate with your heart, I ask you kindly to discard them or use them to jumpstart the truth that is within your being. Before we start today's session, I want to talk about the mystical stories or the mystical mystery of the crucifixion and the resurrection of Christ. I'm trying to bring a grace in your kingdom by using the atom. You know, the atom itself, it has a composition of protons, neutrons. These are all in 6. Then after those two, the protons and the neutrons, they're rounded up by a nucleus. And after the nucleus, there is what we call the electron. I mean the negative electron. Now, each atom, since you know that an atom is something that cannot be divided or that can never divide, and it is the smallest unit of matter. This atom in the outer ring or nucleus, it's composed of 6 negative electrons. Now, these 6 negative electrons, they're the ones that turn into positive electrons when the creator, who is the atom himself, gets consciousness. You get? I hope you get the idea. I want you to build on it, ponder, think about it, and build some reality into your world, how consciousness is formed. Now, the Christ is within each atom. And now, each atom has those negative electrons. And now, the truth of the creator is within the proton and the neutron. Now, the trick is to remove that knowledge that is within that composition inside the creator to the outside, which makes the negative electron positive. Now, that is how the creator is crucified. Now, when you get more atoms being charged positive, then with your desire as a creator, then the moment they become 51% of that desire within all the atoms that make your kingdom, then you project that knowledge outside of you. You understand? So, the Father is that consciousness that you have pondered inside within you, and then after developing it with patience and determination and belief without doubt, then that projection within is projected out to become your outer world. That is how we create our world. All right. The letter comes from the Arcturian Council. The title is "You Are Affecting the Entire Multiverse." Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very pleased to be tuned into the human collective consciousness at this time. And we know that many of you are joining us in tuning into the collective consciousness of humanity. We know that so many of you are helpers. You have identified yourself as light workers, change makers, well showers, and so on. And you want to be part of the solution. You want to be the one who contributes mightily to the evolution of consciousness there on earth amongst your fellow humans. And if you can step back from the drama that is divisionism of much of what is going on in the world today, and you can observe from the higher plateau where you can see what is going on, then you can be of a greater service to your fellow humans. You cannot get caught up in it and be part of the solution to it. If you want to unite humanity and show that you are all ready for your 80 brothers contact, then you must be willing to let go of the side that you usually take. You must be able to rise above it all and recognize that everyone out there is reflecting back to you something that you need to love, heal, forgive, and perhaps appreciate. When you can accept everyone and everything as they are and as it is, then you can start to see the types of changes that you want to see in the human collective consciousness. Now, we hold space for all of you all the time. We see the improvement. We feel them. And we know that you are coming in the physical realm. You are coming in the physical realm in every reality and on every timeline. Everything that you do and think and say not only affects your reality and the timelines you are currently on. You are affecting the multiverse with everything that you are offering vibratory, energetically, and with your actions. That is how powerful you are. And when you tap in and see what is needed, what is being reflected back to you, then you know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly where the love is most needed. You know exactly where to send the healing. And that is how being tuned in helps. You do not need to know what to fight against, who is the bad ones, and who needs to be locked up. You don't need to know any of that to do the good that you are there to do. You don't need to know what secret wars are happening outer space or there on earth. You don't need to be part of that divisionism. But if you are made aware of a reality where something is going on, some sort of conflict, somewhere between various factions, then you send love to everyone involved instead of picking up your sword and joining the fight. This is how you raise the level of consciousness there on earth. And this is how you ascend. And we know that you know that you want to be part of the solution. And for so many of you who are awake, we know that you are ready. We know that you already are. Some of you are lagging behind a bit, but still are caught up in the idea of darkness versus light. But you are getting there. You are getting there. We can feel that when we tap into the human collective consciousness, and that is why we are always so optimistic when we come to you and speak to you in this way. We are Arcturian Council, and we are pleased. We have enjoyed connecting with all of you. Namaste.